Hi friends, welcome back to Config Control System. Today we are going to discuss about the safety features of a PLC. Generally, we will not spend much time in reading the safety features that is given in the manual of a product unless we face a particular problem in that product. So, today I am here to discuss with you about specifically the design procedures or the design precautions that is required before installing the PLC. Okay, to ensure a safety system operation either during a power supply failure or a PLC failure, we have to make sure to create a safety circuit outside the PLC. The one is emergency stop circuit. This circuit is necessary to stop the PLC externally during an emergency condition. Second one is a protection circuit, and this circuit helps or prevent the damage of the PLC in case of a voltage fluctuation from the power supply. An interlock circuit, this circuit will be preventing the damage of the product in case of upper and lower positioning limits. Also, an interlock circuit for opposite movements, for example, normal versus reverse rotation. So, these circuits should be necessarily designed to prevent the PLC from outside. Okay, next, when a CPU module detects an error, for example, like a watchdog timer error, so it will try to self-diagnose itself, and as a result of this, the output of the PLC will be disabled. Also, if some error occurs which cannot be detected by a CPU module, then in such situations, the output control will be disabled. So, in both the conditions, the output from the PLC will be disabled. Hence, we have to design an external circuit such that this output disabling should not affect the safe mechanism of the operation. The next is the output current of a 24 volt DC power supply varies depending upon the PLC as well as the extension modules that is being added to the PLC. So, for example, if an overload occurs, then the voltage will drop. So, due to this voltage dropping, the input to the PLC will be disabled. So, as a result, the output of the PLC will also be turned off. So, we have to make sure that the external circuit that we are designing should not affect under this condition. So, there should be a continuous working of operation if in case this occurs also. When an error occurs in a relay or transistor, then the output will be staying either an on or off, whichever is the previous output. So, this output may lead to serious accidents. Hence, we have to make sure creating an external circuit so that this condition should not cause any damage to the products. Another point is, we have to construct an interlock circuit while designing the program so that the PLC always remains in the safer side before moving the control or before transferring the data or output from the PLC. Okay, in an output circuit, when the load current exceeds the current rating or else if an overcurrent occurs due to short circuit, then this may cause smoke or fire in that circumstance. Hence, in order to avoid this, we have to design an external safety circuit such as inserting a fuse in that place. So, this will prevent the damage of the products in that place due to this overcurrent. The next is, in order to avoid unauthorized access of the PLC from external devices via a network like internet, we have to install a firewall. And if you are going to install this PLC in a hazardous place like the place which consists of a flammable vapor, gas or liquid etc., then we have to place the PLC in a closed panel so that it will be safely placed. And also, if there is a situation that can be flammable, we should not disconnect the circuit when the circuit is in live condition or when the power supply is being supplied. Also, we should not open the cover of the CPU module or remove the battery when there is a circumstance near the PLC which is very hazardous or flammable. So, in such situation, we have to be very clear so that the power supply should be shut down or off. After that only we have to disconnect the circuit or open any parts of the product. Next is the caution that we have to note before installing a PLC. First is when we are dealing with an inductive load such as lamp, heater or solenoid valve, a huge current will be flowing when the output is turned from off to on. It will be 10 times bigger than the normal current. So hence, we have to be aware and we have to be very clear that the current flowing should not exceed the maximum load specification or the resistance loaded. Also, when the CPU module is turned on or when it is reset is done, the run status varies depending upon the system configuration, parameter setting as well as the program size. So, based on these settings, the run status will be differing in each PLCs. Okay, that's all for the design precaution. So, you have to follow the above points that I have explained before creating an external safety circuit for installing a PLC. So, in order to shorten the length of the video, I will be explaining about the other precautions in the upcoming videos. We, Confia Control Systems, are the best solution providers for industrial automation products. So, if you are having any queries in application regarding industrial automation products, please feel free back to call us anytime. We are there to provide you the service support and sales support in all industrial automation products. Thank you. Have a nice day.